My name is Osman Jalloh. I am a software architect at Jana.io. Jana.io is a laboratory for developing cloud-native software solutions. Essentially, Jana.io is an accelerator in the making. So this whole series we have here is to document the software. It's basically, I entitled the series Software DevOps with Artificial Intelligence, Automation, and Blockchain, right? So the idea is we're going to build an accelerator from ground up. The whole series is to document the entire process, the experience, and the entire journey of building software from scratch. That is, literally, we're starting from scratch. Of course, building on top of other open source software foundations. So you could check us out on our website here. I had previously started a video to basically introduce the project to the public. So if you want to catch up on that video, check us out. The website is www.jannah.io. Jannah is spelled Jannah. All right, so check us out. Here's a website. Get familiar with the with the series, the video series, and a blog series. Also a bunch of social media posting. Catch up with us. Let me show you quickly the repository for this whole project is on GitHub. You can find the repository here. So check us out on GitHub if you want to see the code. So this video is basically I'm gonna demo the developer's experience, right? Right. So I had previously basically, let's be clear about our intended audience here. When I'm speaking in these videos, I'm speaking to business developers, I'm speaking to venture capitalists, I'm speaking to up and coming developers, I'm speaking to experienced developers. And as far as developers, if you're front end, if you're back end, if you're into DevOps, if you're into security, if you're the data scientist type, and if you're into blockchain, these are the people basically I'm trying to speak to, right? I'm trying to recruit recruiters. I'm trying to recruit developers. We can mentor upcoming developers, hand-holding on specific type of software component. We have room for experienced developers who wants to do some cool work. So basically, the intention for this video is to attract business developers, venture capitalists, upcoming developers, fresh out of college or about to graduate college, and experienced developers who've been out in the field developing software for, at least 5 years, okay? So let's do a little recap. In our previous video, it was basically an invitation to the public, or basically saying, join us on a journey, and this journey is going to be focusing on software engineering, data science, machine learning, and blockchain. So you can find us, this is our YouTube handle here at Jannah.io. Let me pull this up quick. So the entire series is on YouTube. So if you want to catch up with just the videos, but if you like to read text, that goes along, you can check us out. We also have, a blog on our website. Let's be clear about the fact that this is not some rogue project in a sense that we're not hackers. Of course, we do quality assurance. But in the sense that I'm going to be talking about networking, I'm going to be talking about infrastructure, I'm going to be talking about application, business logic, I'm going to be talking about user experience, I'm going to be talking about basically the entire stack, right? So this project is to basically document the experience from boot, networking, storage, compute, user experience, and feedback, right? But I have no intention to poke into people's networks or infrastructure, so don't mistake this video as some hacker manifesto. I don't have no interest in people's infrastructure or environment. The only way you will get me involved in other people's infrastructure is if I get hired officially to to work on that infrastructure in some, role or some other. So let's just put that out there, okay? If you're out there, you think I'm talking about you, I'm coming for your network or your infrastructure, get over yourself. I'm not talking about you. This project is about this project, right? So I'm talking about Jana. I'm talking about what we're building in Jana and the Jana infrastructure. So if I'm talking about infrastructure in any way, I'm referring to the Jana's infrastructure, not somebody's out there infrastructure. I am not interested in your infrastructure unless you're paying me to be interested in your infrastructure. I am not going to come into anybody's infrastructure unless I get hired officially and it's an official product, an official project. I am not rogue in any way whatsoever. Get that out of your minds. This is a lecture series. It's a journey into software development, machine learning, data science, and blockchain. Okay? Okay. So, now that I get that out of the way, where are we in this marvelous journey? So basically where we are, we're moving on from Juju, right? So originally, I had implemented the proof of concept for this project. So if you check out the introductory video, you'll see most of that in there. So we started the project using Juju as the engine for our operator, okay? Because we're basically essentially building a Kubernetes operator, right? So Juju was useful in a sense that we were able to prove the fact that yes, you can actually build and run operators using Python, right? And in a mixture of Python and Ansible. But going forward, we're switching over the engine from Juju, we're switching into Django. So Django is basically a framework for building Python-based web applications, right? So it's for people that want to get things done, but in a pragmatic, clean, using design principles that have proven themselves in the industry. So basically, we're switching over to Django. I had previously used Django in another project. Django is great as far as like getting project up and running and actually delivering useful, practical projects. Okay, so that's the rationale for moving towards Django. Okay, so what we want to do is basically our operator is a Django application, right? So the idea is Jana operator will be implemented as a Django app, and what we want to do using Django's models, we want to basically subclass Django's model, right? And we want to use Django's modeling capability to model the boot layer, the networking layer, the storage layer, the compute layer, the UX layer, and the feedback layer of our infrastructure. Right, the idea is we will use Django models to model the entire software stack. Okay, so this Django model, though, it would have a Vue.js application for the front end, your typical, web traditional website, web application. It would also have a native Kotlin implementation. It's a mobile application. It would have your traditional native iOS application. That would be a Swift application, right? So the idea is one backend implemented in Django, 3 different front ends for user interaction. The primary front end is the web app, right? But that web app would also have an Android implementation for mobile apps, for Android mobile devices. It would also have an iOS implementation for Apple type